Hey everyone, welcome to today's amazing session. I'm here, Akshay, rajsheakran. Today we have an amazing guest from the private office and group of companies, Sheikh, Saqer bin Mohamed Ali Hussein from United Arab Emirates, Mr. Moiz, who is an event manager and who works closely with the Future Innovation Summit. It's super amazing and great. I'm so grateful to have you here, brother. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Happy to be on board.
Yeah, it's so amazing. And brother, tell me more about yourself for all the viewers who are just watching you for the first time. What do you do as an event manager, and how are things going on at the Future Growth Summit, Future Innovation Summit?
Hi everyone. My name is Moiz. I am a part of the Future Innovation Summit. Basically, I manage events. I am the event management consultant, the event manager, and the media production advisor to the chairman of the private office of Sheikh Saqer bin Mohamed al Qasimi. Sheikh Saqer bin Mohamed al Qasimi is from the ruling. From the royal family of Sharjah, the Sharjah government. What we do is at the Future Innovation Summit, our idea about Future Innovation Summit is to bring about some sort of enlightenment in terms of technology, in terms of innovation, in terms of all that is happening around the world to everyone. Like we have around 250 nationalities in the UAE. So we try to get that to everyone. And the special focus we have is towards the locals. So our event is different from the other events happening around the world because 50% of our audience is the local government and the local audience. So they are Arabs. And the remaining 50% is everyone from around the world.
That's super amazing. And what do you see the vision of like Future Innovation Summit all about?
Right. So as I mentioned, let me just put that in perspective.
Yeah.
The thing, what happened was we used to participate in various events as private office because the Sheikh himself, His Highness, he was invited to a lot of innovative events in the UAE. So what he realized was that there are so many events happening, but what is the value these events generate? There is no solid value to it, right? Everyone is going to event, but most of the people participating in these events are people who want some sort of investment, right? But what about the people, these people want investment, but where is the value over there? Everyone is looking for investment. What about the people who can actually invest in those projects, in those companies, in those startups? So what we've tried to do is we've tried to bridge the gap, right? And with that, what we thought was, if you go to any event in the UAE, our focus is completely around the world, but what we try to do is we try to blend that with the local audience, right? Now, if you go to any event in the UAE, most of the people who are in this event are people from around the world, foreigners. It's from UK, it's from Russia, it's from India, you name it, we have it. But what about the local audience, the local youth, the Arab youth? Not much. So what we've tried to do is, I'm sure you were at the NAS event. How many locals did you see at that event? Not
Maybe
many,
like
right?
5%, right?
Exactly,
Majority were
exactly.
like from different countries, almost from
Uh,
67 countries they had come.
correct. And that's what is happening in every event. In every event we have in UAE, that is what is happening. So the Sheikh and His Excellency Adan al Noorani, who's the chairman of the board, we were sitting together. So he said, see, Moiz, the problem is we don't have the local audience. Why is that so? It's not like the local audience is not smart. The local youth is very creative. If you speak to the locals, if you meet the local youth, you'll realize they have creative ideas, of tremendous potential, but they're not on board. So what do we do? Let's bring them on board. But how do you get them interested in these events, right? So the one thing that we realized, the factor that we understood was most of the local audience in the UAE, the youngsters, let's say you go to India, we follow our celebrities. Okay, let's say you go to the UK, they follow some other kind of people. Let's say you go to some other country, but the thing about the youth in UAE is they follow their own leaders, right?
Right.
They believe in their own leaders, and they are very much focused towards the leaders who are locals. So you take His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, you take His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, you talk about anyone, everyone is interested about what they want to say, right? The government leaders, His Excellencies, His Highnesses. So what we've done is, we being the private office, we having that kind of network where the His Highness is directly from the royal family. Because of the network of connections we have, what we've done is we've made sure that we get all these high profile people on board, physically available at our event, which you will not see at any other event. So there is no event in the UAE that happens where you can see high profile directors, CEOs from government organizations in one place. Not a single one. I challenge you to bring me any event that has that, except for the government summit, which is completely different. It's an invite only summit, but apart from that, a summit where you are accumulating all this kind of audience and then you're getting these high profile people between them, it's impossible. So that is what we've done. In the first event that we had, this is our second event. We had a first event in October, and Alhamdulillah, it was very successful. We had about 1,500 people, out of which around 450 were local entrepreneurs, Arabs. And apart in those 450, we had around 110 or 120 government decision makers. So that is the vision. The vision is to create a bridge between the local and the international community in such a manner that they can coexist. At the same time, they can innovate together, because the innovation is happening around the world. But what about the Arabs who have the innovation potential but are not getting connected? So that is what we're trying to achieve over here.
Absolutely. It's like we can meet all the top decision makers, like top profile people, all at like one place, right?
Absolutely.
And I believe like people like Elon Musk, one of the biggest inspiration to all the people here, like Elon Musk and other great people are also coming. Can you tell us like some other like names, who are the people who are coming for this event in detail, like so that we get a clear
Yeah.
perspective?
So you guys can even go to the website. We have an events website, but just to give you like a brief idea of the people that are joining for the event, we have His Excellencies. We have His Excellency Majid Al Marri, who is the CEO of Real Estate Department, Land Department. We have His Excellency Khalid Nasser Al Shamsi. We have His Excellency Salim Al Marri. Salim Al Marri is the Director General of Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center. Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center is the prime organization, is the sole organization that handles all the space related explorations in the UAE. So he is the top person you would go to, and you cannot get access to him easily. So he's on board. We have Major General Ahmad Nasir Al Raisi. He is the president of Interpol. He is the international, like he is the main person who takes care of Interpol. We have Hazal Mansouri. He is the first astronaut from the UAE who went to space. He is the first Emirati astronaut. We have Sultan Majid Butti bin Mujran. He is the Director General of Dubai Land Department. We have Segu Udrago. He is the president of ASO. ASO is the space organization in Africa. We have Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson is the father of the current president of UK, Boris Johnson. He will be physically available at the event. We have Aaron Faragua. He is the Minister for Environment and Climate Change from Malta. We have Maria Camilleri. She is the ambassador for Malta. Then we have Dr. Marwan Al Zaroni. He is the CEO of Blockchain Foundation in Dubai. We have Professor Maurice van Ruhen. He is from GISMA. We have Dr. Nikos Bogoniklos. He is from Aratos, a big corporation. We have Sarah Otman from Autodesk. We have Senet Gomera from X Dubai. I'm sure you guys must have heard of X Dubai. It is the organization, it is a private entity held by His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, the Crown Prince of Dubai. So this is his own adventure sport based organization. So we have him on board. We have Gara Sawalma. She is from Gargash Hospital. And I could just keep naming a lot of them.
Like there are
We
like so
have
many amazing.
many
Total,
high
how many
profile
speakers are coming, brother?
So we're trying to reduce, but at the moment we have around 90 speakers on board already finalized, and we already have about 75 in the pipeline who we are vetting, because we are so tight on schedule. We have so many high profile speakers, so we have to plan accordingly. We cannot just put everyone on board. So there's that, but we are expecting at least for the 2 days conference where we'll have speakers from different organizations. We're talking about at least 150 speakers.
Wow, that's incredible. That's so
Yeah.
huge, right?
Yeah.
And total, how many people can attend, and when is the event happening?
Okay, the event will take place on the 11th and 12th of May 2022. It's happening in Dubai at the Meydan Racecourse Hotel. The event, yeah, I said that, right? And the total number of audience that we are expecting this time around, according to our figures, according to what we have right now, we're talking about somewhere in 2,500 to 2,800 people.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and that is the number of people in general. So if you put that in 2 days, we're talking about maybe around 5,000 people. But the overall figure is around 2,500 or 2,600 people.
Wow, that's incredible. And now, brother, like one question which I want to ask you is like, who is this summit basically for? Like, because on the website, like it was more about like they had written someone who is into education, healthcare, real estate, technology, blockchain, cryptocurrency, digital art, right? Because many of my audience are like also into coaching, consulting, internet marketing, like this background, content creators, video creators. Right? How can it add value
So
to them?
how can this add value to everyone, every possible sector, right?
Yeah.
So there is something called a startup Olympic. Now, this is one of a kind thing that the private office hosts at the Future Innovation Summit. What we do is startups get the chance to enroll, right? We have a very small enrollment fees, not like all the other sponsorship packages. It's a very small fees, but that is required to secure your space. At the same time, it is required for the logistical aspects of the event, of the startup competition. Now, what the startup competition does is we give around 12 startups if they are approved, right? We give 12 startups the chance to present their product, their idea, their technology, whatever it is, in front of a panel of around 7 judges. Now, when I say judges, I'm talking about His Excellency Mutanna, His Excellency Omar Ulama. Omar Ulama is the Minister of AI in UAE. We're talking about Minister of Education. So we have, we're talking about Managing Director from Nissan. So we have people like this who are going to be on that panel, right? So now what happens is you get 10 minutes pitch, you pitch your idea. From these 12 startups, there will be 3 startups who are going to win this. The 3 startups who win this are going to have a prize money valued at 5 million United Arab Emirates dirhams. Now, 5 million dirhams is not cash value, because we do not believe, in giving away money, and at the end, the person ends up, not getting value for it. So what we do is, when we say 5 million dirhams, we mean services. So we'll set your company for you. We'll give you the sponsorship of the Sheikh himself. We'll set up an office for you. We'll set up communications channel for you, media, branding, marketing. We take care of everything. We help you in the sales. We help you in the sales. And at the same time, what we can do is we can directly connect you
Sorry, you were muted. You can unmute yourself.
into high profile organizations. You want direct contracts in the government, we help you with tenders. We help you with everything, that entire process, the process that the Sheikh office, the private office, provides to its investors, to its clients. That is what we do. As a private office, we provide the connection. So we provide all that services, correct? And we help you do that. So the winner gets this valuation at the end of the summit.
Wow. And here's one of the questions which people are asking. Is this a startup competition only for like UAE residents, or like other people from India or like other parts
No,
of
no,
the
no,
world
no,
also
no,
can?
no, no. The startup competition is not at all for UAE nationals. It is only for everyone from outside the UAE. Maybe you can be a resident in the UAE, you can have a company in the UAE, but it is not for locals. Like if you are an Emirati, it's not for you. It's only for everyone except the Emiratis, because the Emiratis get that push from the government. But we're talking about everyone else who needs that push in front of the government. So that is why the startup competition is in place, to give everyone else that push in front of the UAE government.
Absolutely. And what will be the fees of that? Like if anybody wants to participate in that startup competition, what is the entrance? Is there any criteria if anybody wants to be over there? Or like,
right. So I'll talk about different things, right? In terms of startup competition, if you want to get enrolled for the startup competition, we have two different categories. One is the basic and one is the silver. Basic means you pay 3,000 euros, right? You get a 10-minute pitch in front of the panel, and you get entry to the VIP gala, okay, for 3,000 euro for one person. And then there is a silver package, which is 5,000 euro. In that, you get a pitch, you get entry, but at the same time, you also get an exhibition stand space, 2x2 exhibition stand, because the event as it is planned, it's not just conference. So we have 3 floors. One floor is going to be conference and one floor is going to be exhibitions. We're going to have around 50 exhibition stands. Companies from around the world, sponsors who are signing up for it, are going to have their exhibition stands over there. If you've been to AIBC, if you've been to any other conference, they have those. So that is what it is going to be. So if you pay, let's say 5,000 euros, you get the possibility for exhibition stand. At the same time, you get a startup pitch. Okay. Now, in terms of the criteria, we don't have any specific criteria. You pitch the idea, we vet the company, we vet the person who is joining on board. We have a team of around 5 people who do the due diligence. And after that, so what happens is, the process is, once you're on board, you make the payment, right? You sign up for it. We do the due diligence. If you are approved, you will get a message, and then you start your process from your side. If you're not approved, we let you know, and then you get a full refund of whatever sponsorship amount that you've paid. That is how the startup competition works. Now, in terms of other fees, we also have ticketing options where you don't really need to be a part, let's say you don't want to be a startup, you just want to attend the event.
yeah,
And
if anybody wants to attend the event,
so if you go to, so we have different payment options, we have different tickets. We have a standard ticket, a gold ticket, and a platinum ticket. Standard ticket is just access to the conference and exhibitions for the 2 days. Then we have gold ticket, where you get access to the VIP gala dinner, which is a very limited audience kind of thing, where we're talking about only around 300, 350 people. That's it, high profile people. So most of them, 50% to 60% of them, are going to be invitees. They're not going to be purchasing tickets. So you're talking about very high profile people if you're inviting them, right? So if you get a ticket for that, you get access to high profile people. Then there is a platinum ticket, which has certain other features, including one being you get to be a part of the networking cocktails, which again is like a specific thing, especially, all top companies join for that networking cocktail, and you can network with high profile people from different organizations.
Absolutely. And like, why do you recommend someone who wants to grow fast to take like the best ticket or like platinum or the gold, right? Like, what is the benefits if anybody takes that ticket and when they network with this top profile people over there at like the cocktail networking parties or like the dinner or something? What can be the benefits of networking with these people?
Okay, so hypothetically, you buy a standard ticket, you attend the conference. There are going to be a lot of high profile people, but there are certain people who will just come for the gala dinner, correct?
Right.
Because the people who are very, very high profile, the kind of caliber they have, they, even when they come to the event, they just attend for 10 minutes. They have a protocol team and they disappear. You can't really get close to them.
Yes.
But when you get into this, right, when you get into the gala dinner happens for around 2 hours. They sit, they eat. So the possibility of networking over there, the networking drinks is designed for that specific thing, right?
Right.
And then again, in the conference and the exhibition, you're talking about 2,500 people. How do you find who you're looking for? But in the networking, it's very limited, right? So, if you talk to, let's say, if there are 250 people, if you talk to 50 people, at least you're expecting 5 people to be, worth your time. Correct. So
Absolutely.
that is the reason, when you're purchasing a ticket, a platinum ticket or a gold ticket, it's good to go for something like that.
Yes. And we have a question, is that advice also viable for someone in Nigeria? Like even they can also attend, is asking.
Absolutely. See, as I said, our event is designed for everyone in the world. Dubai, in general, believes that everyone has to have the same platform. That is the reason we have around 250 nationalities, and everyone coexists in one single small space. So that is the aim, to get everyone from around the world on board to network with every possible organization that you can think of.
Absolutely. That was so incredible. Even when I had met the chairman of board of like the Future Summit, Mr.
Adnan Al
Yeah, Allah, sorry for mispronouncing.
No
He said
problem.
like business is all about P2P. It's not about B2B. It's not about B2C. And UAE is not just about people in Dubai. Like it's everyone, right? Like it's for
Absolutely.
everyone. And when you have
Absolutely.
a pure intent to do something great, the impossible becomes possible over here. That's what super fascinated me.
Correct. Correct. That's the vision that he carries with him, and this is his vision, to create something that is, as the event focuses, it has to be sustainable. So the concept of this event is, if people get the value, it automatically becomes sustainable, and that is the aim for the event. It has to be sustainable.
Absolutely. And brother, like what will be the price, like if anybody has to come from India to all the way round trip, right? Like do you know any idea, estimation if someone has to come for the 2 days summit and spend another 3 days, right? Like going and coming and staying over there, like the cost, like the expenditure in Dubai.
So see, honestly, it totally depends on where you're coming from. If you're
Right.
coming from India, you would expect somewhere around a round trip flight ticket, depending on the time frame you're traveling. I think it's kind of peak. It's not completely peak. So you're expecting somewhere around 300, $350 round trip ticket. And then you have the ticket or the entry to the event, and hotel charges. Usually if you go for a 3-star hotel, you would get it for about $50-$70 per day per night. But if you go for something like a Medan, which is a 5-star hotel where the event is happening, you're talking about somewhere um, around $150 to $200 per night. And if you're joining the event, and if you're going to purchase, like if you're going to book accommodation with the same hotel, we would recommend that you do it from our website, because we have a special fare, a special tariff, if you book directly from our website, because they are our accommodation partners.
Awesome. Like on a rough scale, it will be like 1 lakh to 1.5 lakhs, right? In Indian rupees, if somebody has to come visit.
Um, so we're talking somewhere around, let's say $500. $500 would be $500, or let's call it $700. $700 into 3.75, 2,600. So 2,600. No, I think under 1 lakh, I would say.
Yeah,
70,
absolutely.
60, 70,000 Indian rupees, I think, is what I'm assuming.
Right. And it's all about like we have to become part of it, right? Like, and brother, like, can you tell us, like, and for all the viewers, any questions you have, just put it in the chat, like we will answer it. And I have also dropped the link for the booking the ticket for all the people who are booking this. This is the right opportunity for you guys, right? And this is like, because I myself have experienced the NAS summit was like crazy. We met like so many incredible creators, like video content creators over here. Like we'll be able to meet a lot of entrepreneurs, key decision
Yeah,
makers.
for sure, for sure. That is the plan. Hopefully, it will be good for everyone.
Absolutely. And the opportunity cost and the sum cost, like some people will be thinking, let's do it after 6 months, maybe next year also the event will be happening, like the Future Innovation Summit, even the Dubai Expo is happening, or like some other event is happening. Oh, why do you think, brother, like they have to become part of it right now only, right? Like why now is the best time?
Why delay the inevitable, right? We believe you're going to come to us eventually. That is our aim, to get everyone over there. So why not now? Why later?
Absolutely. Like we just have to do it, right? Like
Absolutely,
risk
absolutely,
it or like regret it.
absolutely.
We
Let's
just have
say, let's
one
say,
chance.
let's say you want to eat a cake,
Mhm.
and I tell you the cake is available now, but you say no, I want to eat it after 6 months. Doesn't make sense, right? You want to eat it now, eat it now.
Right. Absolutely. And yeah, that's what, guys, like it's the most important thing is like when we get an opportunity, like we have to grab it. And over here,
Absolutely.
like we can never meet all these people. Brother, like can you tell, like can anyone go and meet like a prince of Dubai or like some any high profile government officials just like that without having a meeting or like somewhere in Dubai? Can we do that?
No, so honestly, we don't have like it's not as easy as it sounds, but we are in communication with His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, and he might come on board, and hopefully he might just visit the event for maybe 5 minutes, because that's the plan. He's a very busy man. I hope everyone understands that, and the profile that our Sheikh carries, he has the capacity to get him on board, but it's like asking favors. So we're trying, but we cannot assure you, but we have a good possibility that he might come for maybe 5 minutes.
Absolutely. This is like once in a lifetime opportunity. Like
Absolutely, absolutely.
we just have to take the action. We have to have the faith in ourselves. And like if we believe it's possible, like we can do super amazing things. Like,
Inshallah, inshallah.
yeah. And any other words like you want to tell, brother, like about the event? Maybe any question which I've not asked until now.
I
Something
think
very
you've got,
important.
I think you've been very thorough. You've covered everything. If you guys have anything to ask to me, just go at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do let me know, guys. Like everyone, Sovik, everyone, Jan.
In fact, even after the Zoom, if you guys have, any questions, maybe you could just create a group with me, with all these guys, and
Right.
you can just keep asking all the questions you want, and I'm always available 24/7.
Yeah. See, and everyone just go to the website right now, the Future Innovation Summit. Like the link I have just put on the chat, and you guys can see over here, like all the things has been mentioned. I'll just share you the screen in a minute, and I'll show you what all things it's available. Like you guys can see here, this is how it's going to be, right? This is the second edition which is happening, where you will be able to uh, meet all the super amazing people, learn from the best of the best, and it's going to be like super amazing. It's like from 11th 12th, like 42 days to go, right? Just believe and it's possible, right? And do let me know, guys, any questions you have. Like we have another 2 or 3 minutes. We'll answer some of the questions what you guys have. Right, happy to answer. Anyone have any questions? Do let me know. You can in fact unmute yourself also. So Vic, let me know, how did you felt, like how was the today's session? Any questions you have, you can unmute yourself and you can.
It's absolutely amazing, and he is explaining everything in a very lucid manner to make us understand why this summit is all about and why is it important to attend. And really looking forward to it, and thanks for arranging this event for the other nationals from all over the world to come to Dubai and explore new things over there and network.
Thank you. We hope to see you guys soon.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, and thank you, Moiz, bro, like the
No problem.
event
Thank you
manager,
guys
for taking so much of your
for
time.
all of you for coming on board, and hope we see you guys over here at the event.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Take
Become
care.
part of it by clicking on the link below. And any questions you have, just ask me and our brother Moiz, who is the event manager at the Future Innovation Summit. We are always there to help you out. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day.